Hey kiddos, this message is especially for you, especially Rissaru, and to the rest of my family, the Crow, Gage Roski, and Arissa. Enjoy your lives. If your moms are giving you a fun time and no trouble, encouraging you to go to school and stay out of trouble, even though sometimes they are trouble, hypocritically, because that's just the way it is. We all go through it. We see it in ourselves. We own it ourselves, and they'll get upset with each other. I certainly don't want to fight over your love. We all have it. And this isn't a contest to see who's the better parent. That's stupid. Equally, we made you. That's the equality with us. Now, what isn't equal is how we raise you. If that's unequal, it's not something I can help at this time, and it's not worth ruining your lives, or to fight over who did a better job. I know I did my best, and still do, and am still doing my best with you. So, I want you to be happy. It's been a while since I've done anything like that, and as long as you're doing that, then I'm okay. I'm not going to assume or suspect that that's happening. I don't want to create expectations either. Bad things happen. React appropriately. Don't ignore your emotions when it's happening. When you get frustrated, you get frustrated. When you get upset, there's reasons for that. I'm talking about sad. Like when I'm having a conversation and I don't want to fuck with anything. For example, I'm a little upset right now because my dog just came outside and all she wants is love. And all I want is the space to do what I'm doing right now and not be distracted so that I can focus on these thoughts for you. But you see how easy it is for me to come unglued with things I love because she didn't do that with any ill intent. Neither did you. But that's a good example of what I'm talking about. I'm not going to ignore how I feel, because that's how I feel for you. For all of it. And intelligently, I can have this conversation with her. Hey, I'm not ready. Also, I'm doing something. And like I said, when you have those feelings and you're sad, upset, or frustrated, own it. It's fine, because you're getting it out. When you cry, own it. It's fine. You're getting it out. You might not even know why. It's alright, it's fine, you're getting it out. I'm doing it for you, I'm doing it for myself, I'm doing it for all of us. I have to do it carefully. This is why I said intelligently, because it provides me tact. To not fall into the aggression that loses my train of thought. Because my train of thought will be distracted by things around me if when I'm trying to give you these thoughts in its purest form, they come crashing in my space for my attention. Not intentionally, but its intent is intentional. Does she do something wrong? No. Does she want my love? Yes. Do I have it? Of course. When I'm done with this video, I will be loving on her just like she wanted. But sometimes in life, you have to see when it's appropriate to do things and when it's not. Which means getting out and experiencing it and not holding yourself down because it didn't go the way you expected. And if you make expectations, you can expect that to be broken. That's why you don't make expectations, even though you know there's going to be someone like you and me learning also that don't meet those expectations because they're learning also. And so we don't hurt them with our words. We say, it's okay, we went through the same thing, just like I'm doing with you right now, because I went through the same thing, and I've been doing this for a long time, my whole life. For all of us, the same thing I know. But you're doing right now, owning your feelings. We're not faking it. There's no making it with fakeness. You don't do that. Ever. Now, I am better when I get these things out the way that I do, so you can also know that when I'm done here, I'll be happier too. And I'm happy right now because I'm doing it. That's what we do. It's called communication, and I think I'm doing that effectively. to help you understand your emotions, my emotions, our emotions are all valid, except when we compete over our parenting process. Well, if the process was to compete, you lost. Well, Larissa, you have 2 one-up masters in your life. So, this cat has infinite lives because of them. I'm not going to complain. They keep throwing me those mushrooms all day. One up, one up, one up. Okay, cool. I'm alive. We're well. As long as they're doing that and they know that that's not my goal, they'll keep doing better for you. But they gotta know that better's lost if there's no love there. So if your competition was to push me out, guess what? You lose anyway, and you're helping me. So, thanks. Win-win. And that's for my kids, so they can be happy, so they know that I know that. I do. Win-win. And that's what I'm doing now. They'll disagree, but that's because, again, they didn't want me to be winning anything, especially your love, which is why I said it's too competitive. So, that's enough of that. That ends today. Also, I will not compete for something that is natural to me. It must not be natural to them. Maybe that's how they found it, competing over it. Well, if you were competing over me, now you're competing over my kids, and that hurts my kids, so I'm not going to compete over them with you to hurt them further, and I want you to understand that's how it works. So you can stop competing all the way around and treat us all equally as well with what you found, which is your message, is my message, is their message. It's all the same. We all feel when we feel, and if you don't talk to me the right way, then how I feel might get too upset for the conversation to continue. I'm not going to have a good conversation if I'm angry. But there'll be a good conversation if I'm angry, and I'm having a conversation like this today. Separate from you, so you can't interrupt me, and I can have the conversation. Don't have to talk so fast it hurts. So I can actually get a word in, because you didn't want to hear what I said anyways. And then, now that I've got the word in, you can choose to listen to it or not. I will be happy if you get it, and actually have the courage and the decency and the integrity to love me for helping you make those kids too. They're my children. Not a bargaining chip, not a pride token, or something you wear on your I did this sleeve, because you certainly didn't do it without me. And then, yeah, they're not your dog and pony show to pull your cards around. Okay? They're not going to save you in the end, and they didn't need you in the beginning with what I found. No handouts. Though we've given them a few, they don't need it. And they got to know that too. Because that's not what I got. I got a few things, but certainly no easy road was given to me. I earned it. I paved that road, and I built houses with it too. Were they not in the vicinity? Okay. Well, that's your heart. And that's the path to it. Just gotta have love before you can pull in my driveway. Otherwise, it says, keep out. Off limits. Love only. And that's for my kids. And that's where it is, right here. So the road goes with your thoughts. Instantly, when you think of me, think positive things like I do for you. I do. It may not seem like it because I gripe a lot, but don't let me gripe and be the only time you hear from me. You know, there's a process of communication that requires you to talk too. So that way I don't do this as much as I did. And when I do, it'll be like this always until we just continue to talk like we used to. Because there's a lot of things I've learned about life that you might want to know. They really help. Thanks. I love you too. Have a beautiful day. Gage Roski and Arissa Rowe.